Nicki Minaj deciding to call it quits after all this time and retire from rap, focus on her family. Let me go right into what I believe this all is. You see, Nicki Minaj is doing something that reminds me of what a young girl does before she has the true guidance and understanding of life from her father or mother. When a young girl wants to stop focusing on school, stop focusing on her life, maybe her friends that she has, her family, and leave all that behind and go be with a guy, maybe a football star, someone who was another type of athlete, or some guy that she just was infatuated with. She loses her sight of the bigger picture and focuses on the temporary, or what she believes is going to be true happiness because this guy truly loves her, which is how she feels. She doesn't quite fully understands her emotions or what she's feeling, but she's just going with the flow of things. She's going with the promises the guy is making. She's going is what she believes. And I will say that once again, what she believes to be right in her mind. But this is where the wisdom of parents come in, the wisdom of grandparents, the wisdom of others who are older, who've been through that situation before, who have the wisdom and understanding, the knowledge, the know-how, and they have the foresight to see what the road will end. Because the end of that road, when that young girl runs off with that guy, is they know it's probably her getting pregnant, her being left, her having to raise a child by herself, her having to start all over, probably being stranded, coming back home crying because things did not work out the way she thought they were going to work. This is what Nicki Minaj is going through and what it reminds me of. You see, she's with this guy, Richard Petty, who she's known since she was a young girl. And he's a convicted person of manslaughter. He's been convicted of manslaughter. He's also been convicted of attempted rape. And that type of history that he has caused many to try to reach out to Nicki, to try to explain to her, girl, this is not the way to go. This is not the one for you. He has too much of a troubled past. He's a high risk guy. And she doesn't want to hear it. She wants this man because she feels like she's in love. This is her true love. He's going to solve all her problems. He's going to answer all of her problems. Because the one thing that she cannot deny, and that most women cannot deny, is the fact that they have this thing called biology inside of them. And that biology causes them to want to have such things as a family, to want to have children, to want to give birth, to want to be a mother. This is who we are as human beings. And it's in her as a woman to want to now transition from being a woman to now being a mother and to having a family. But the guidance that's lacked here in this situation, from mainly Nicki probably not having the guidance of a real father, not being involved in her life, or the guidance of older women who she respects, who she goes to for advice. She doesn't have that, or if she does have any of that, she doesn't want it. She's rejecting it. And then she's going off and going out and finding a man that's going to be something that she believes is right in her own mind. This right here is a tough situation to be in as any person, any woman, any young woman, any woman that's coming into her own, because she doesn't have the guidance and she's trying to battle her feelings and all of this stuff is going on. But we shouldn't lose sight of the fact that the two main things that are happening, which are she is trying to find love. She's trying to build a family. She doesn't want to deny who she is and what she feels. But then at the same time, she does not have the proper guidance. And see, that damn lifestyle, all that glamour, fame, fortune, all of that lifestyle cannot take the place of the true biological and evolutionary processes of a woman, for her to transition into motherhood, and for her to actually need a solid foundation and a solid partner to be with her. This is what we're missing out on here. And these types of dealings in relationships are doomed to fail. Remember the case of the young girl, teenage girl, in her parents' house, who's going off on her own and going to try to be with the man that she thinks is her true love.